Dear students, good morning to one and all. Previous classes we will discuss about Unit 1 Plant Physiology, the chapters Transport in Plants and Mineral Nutrition. Two chapters are completed. Today we will discuss about the new chapter enzymes. Dear students, introduction to enzymes. What is meaning of enzymes? So dear students, the study of enzymes is called enzymology. The study of enzymes is called enzymology. Enzymes are chemically proteins, but proteins are not enzymes. Dear students, generally one proverb are here, that is enzymes are proteins are chemically proteins, but proteins are not enzymes. Dear students, enzymes are more biological catalyst in the cells. Enzymes are proteins, at the same time more biological catalyst in the cells. So dear students, there are some nucleic acids. Those nucleic acids are here, DNA and RNA, that behave like enzyme characters, that is called ribozymes. There are some nucleic acids that behave like enzyme characters, that is called ribozymes. Don't confuse over here ribozymes and ribosome. Ribosome is one of the cell organelle to be involved in the protein synthesis. But ribozymes, some nucleic acids that behave like enzyme characters, that is called ribozymes. In which type of nucleic acid? That is 23S rRNA. 23S rRNA to be act of ribozyme. 23S subunit smaller ribosomal RNA, ribonucleic acid, that is 23S rRNA. 23S rRNA. And DNA and RNA both are nucleic acids, but to be act of enzymes in the transcription, DNA transcription, as well as replication, that is DNA polymerase and RNA polymerase. DNA polymerase and RNA polymerase. Okay now. Next one here, an enzyme like any protein structure. An enzyme like any protein structure, that is primary structure of protein, secondary structure of protein, and tertiary structure of protein. So dear students, enzymes are proteins, but proteins are not enzymes. At the same, an enzyme like any protein structure. So dear students, protein structures are of three types, that is primary structure of protein, secondary structure of protein, and tertiary structure of protein. Already the intermediate first year, the 10th chapter biomolecules. So clearly to be studying in the primary structure of protein and secondary structure of protein and tertiary structure of protein. Once again repeat the primary structure of protein, secondary structure of protein, tertiary structure of protein. Dear students, this is a diagram shown primary structure of protein. This is a diagram shown secondary structure of protein. This is a diagram shown tertiary structure of protein. So this is a primary structure of protein, this is a secondary structure of protein, this is a tertiary structure of protein. So dear students, primary structure of protein, the best examples are here amino acid sequence of proteins. amino acid sequence of proteins. So this is a primary structure of protein. This is starting end. So this is ending end. So starting end is always reduced amino acids. Ending end is always reduced non-reduced amino acids. Non-reduced amino acids. Or beginning of the amino acids and ending of the amino acids. So these are smaller size of cleavages or smaller size of pockets. Smaller size of the cleavages or smaller size of the pockets. Okay now. So this is a primary structure of protein. So the symbolic 10. The symbolic 10. This is a primary structure of protein. The symbol 10. So primary structure of protein, the best example amino acid sequence of proteins. Amino acid sequence of proteins. So dear students, so this is a beginning amino acid, this is a ending amino acid, that is N1, that is C1, or reducing amino acids or non-reducing amino acids. So these are cleavages or pockets. These are cleavages or pockets. By means this is a enzyme place. This is a enzyme place. This is a enzyme place. So dear students, mainly to be observed tertiary structure of protein. Okay now. So dear students, tertiary structure of protein, that is the backbone of the protein chains. The backbone of the protein chains folded upon it. The backbone of the protein chains, so folded upon it, and the chains is always crisscrosses. The chains is always crisscrosses. This movement is named as crisscrosses. And this having many cleavages or pockets. This having many cleavages or pockets. This is a tertiary structure of protein. The symbol 30. So the beginning of the amino acid N1, the ending of the amino acid C1. So the enzyme structure, best example are here tertiary structure of protein. Tertiary structure of protein by means enzymes structurally to be similar of tertiary structure of protein. Enzymes structures to be similar of tertiary structure of protein. So this tertiary structure of protein, that is the backbone of protein chain. The backbone of protein chain folded upon itself. Folded upon itself, and the chains is always crisscrosses. The chains is always crisscrosses are having to many cleavages or many pockets. Many cleavages or many pockets. This is a tertiary structure of protein. And this is a secondary structure of protein. This secondary structure of protein to be size larger in size other than primary structure of protein. Primary structure of protein to be smaller in size. Secondary structure of protein to become larger in size other than primary structure of protein. Tertiary structure of protein very larger in size become other than secondary structure and primary structure of proteins. Dear students, this is a secondary structure of protein. This secondary structure of proteins are having to smaller size of cleavages or larger size of the cleavages or pockets. So dear students, first pocket is smaller in size, second pocket is so larger in size, third pocket is very larger in size, very larger in size. So increasing of the pocket sizes, increasing of the pocket sizes. This is a secondary structure of protein. But very important structure of protein, that is the tertiary structure of protein. This tertiary structure of protein to be similar of enzyme structure. To be similar of enzyme structure. And dear students, a such one pocket is the active site. This is a cleavage, this is a cleavage, these are cleavages and these are cleavages. So one such pocket is the one such pocket or one such cleavage is the active site. Is the active site. So one cleavage or one pocket equal to one active site. So a such one pocket or a such one cleavage is the active site. And an active site of an enzyme to be change substrate fit it. So this is the active site. So enzymes is always to be substrate. Enzymes to be or one pocket. This is a such one pocket. A such one pocket. A such one pocket or devices are named active site. Are named active site. Are named active site. This is a engine. This engine containing one active site. An active site of an engine. So to be which is substate. This is a substate. This substate is closely to fit. This substate to be closely fitted. Any substate, any organic acid. So one organic acid closely fitted the active site. The active site. Okay now. An active site of an engine. This is an engine. An active. And this is an active site. So an active site of an engine, then after one of the substrate to be fit in active site. One of the substrate to be fit in the active site. Any organic acid to be act of substrate. This substrate is always closely to be fit an enzyme of the active site. And finally to be resulted end products. Finally to be resulted end products. One enzyme, one substrate to be closely associated and to be make a one end product. To be make a one end product. So dear students, any substrate is always closely to fit an active site of the enzyme. Then after to be resulted or any substrate or end products. Or any substrate or end products. So dear students, enzyme catalyst differ from inorganic catalyst. Enzyme catalyst differ from inorganic catalyst. So inorganic catalyst is more highly efficiently to be higher temperatures and higher pressures. But enzymes easily get damaged, say above 40 degrees centigrade. That is the importance of inorganic catalyst. Inorganic catalyst. Enzymes catalyst differ from inorganic catalyst. To be observed one differ are here. Enzyme catalyst differ from inorganic catalyst. Okay now. So to be observed one differ. So the differ are here. Inorganic catalyst is more efficiently in high temperatures and high pressures. Inorganic catalyst is more high efficiently, high temperatures and high pressures, but enzymes easily get damaged. Say above 40 degrees centigrade. Say above 40 degrees centigrade. So dear students, in this time to be high efficiently enzymes are isolated from some of the organisms. So these organisms are grown in high temperatures such as hot vents and sulfur springs. Hot vents and sulfur springs. These are specific and remaining characteristic power to be a higher temperature, that is 80 to 90 degrees centigrade. These organisms are named as thermophilic organisms. Dear students, some of the thermophilic organisms are grown in hot vents and sulfur springs above the 80 to 90 degrees centigrade. These organisms to be having high more efficiently enzymes. So these enzymes are not damaged. High temperatures is always to be a catalytic power. So these organisms are named as thermophilic organisms. So one type of enzymes are here, Taq polymerase enzyme. That is Thermus aquaticus polymerase enzyme. Thermus aquaticus polymerase enzyme. So dear students, this is a Taq polymerase thermophilic stability as having of such enzymes is the main character feature. Thermophilic stability. So of such enzymes to be having more important character features. So these thermophilic enzymes to be isolated from thermophilic organisms. Thermophilic organisms. So one enzyme are named Taq polymerase enzyme, that is Thermus aquaticus polymerase enzyme. That is Thermus aquaticus polymerase enzyme. So dear students, inorganic catalyst is more efficiently in high temperatures and high pressures. But normal enzymes get damaged at high temperatures, say above 40 degrees centigrade. But thermophilic organisms to be produced high more enzymes. So between of the 80 to 90 degrees centigrade. So these enzymes are not dissolved or not get damaged at high temperatures. So these enzymes are named as Taq polymerase enzyme. Taq polymerase enzyme. This is very important enzyme. This enzyme are used in biotechnology process. Taq polymerase enzyme are used in biotechnology process. So dear students, so this is about introduction to enzymes. Okay, now thank you.